everybody. Today, oh yeah, look at your fingers!
Oh, I didn't do that.
Alright, hey everybody. Today we are going to go over some winter safety tips that we found online. I know that November is coming to an end quicker than I thought it was going to. So we figured now that people are decorating and have their Christmas trees up and are wanting to decorate outside, we should probably go over some safety tips for this winter season.
Right.
So, number one, you want to make sure that you inspect electrical decorations for damage before use. So that means, like, before we strung up the lights on the Christmas tree, we plugged them in and we looked at all the bulbs. We made sure that they weren't cracked, they weren't broken, there wasn't like one or two out in random spots. There are a lot of lights that if you get and you plug them in, they actually won't turn on if there's any lights that are out. And you want to do all that because if you plug in lights, especially if you have a real tree, this is a fake tree, an artificial tree. If you have a real tree and you plug in lights that end up having damaged on them, it can actually cause a fire. It's a serious fire hazard.
Yep, that's right. Yep. All right, number 2. Lights and extension cords are rated for indoor or outdoor use. Read the package instructions and never exceed the recommended wattage.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's
kind of self-explanatory.
Oh yeah, very self-explanatory, and I think it's different too. Like Jamie, you set up lights on your house.
Yep.
Right?
I did.
Yeah, and did you check those lights?
I sure did.
Did you check the extension cords?
I did, yeah.
Right? Well, I know for me, like, we didn't set up lights outside, but we use an extension cord to plug our vehicles in the winter.
That's right.
And we always have to make sure, especially in Manitoba, that we have one that can last.
That's right.
For even half the winter.
And it's for winter. It's
yeah.
for use.
Yeah. So, you also want to buy decorations with the mark of an accredited certification agency. Decorations that are not bearing a label from an independent testing laboratory. Because those ones might not have been tested. They could have fire hazards.
Yep.
They're just...
They could be broken.
Yeah, it's like, it'd be like getting a, discount block heater for your car. Right? Like, you wouldn't get a discount block heater because it's Manitoba, it's cold. You don't trust it.
That's right. All right. No more than 3 light strings can be safely connected together in most cases. Read the manufacturer's instructions and directions.
I think that's self-explanatory too. You don't want to overload your sockets, and especially if you have, if you're using an extension cord inside, or even what are those things? They plug into your wall, but they have you can plug it into one outlet and it becomes 5 outlets.
Oh, a power...
Like a power bar.
block.
Yeah. You want to make sure that you have something that can actually handle everything you're plugging into it. Yeah. So you want to use proper clips for securing lights and decorations. Staples and nails can damage electrical cords.
That's right.
So what clips did you guys use when you...
So we used ones, we just bought them at Canadian Tire, and they just clip on and clip onto the house. Just literally a clip. It was too simple.
Like a binder clip.
Yep. Yeah. Where am I?
7.
Check for overhead power lines before using a ladder outside or when you're handling lights on trees. So just make sure there's nothing around if you're going to go up on a ladder.
Yeah, you don't want to get electrocuted.
No, you don't want to.
Not good. Use GFCI protected receptacles to protect you from shock when plugging in outdoors. Keep outdoor connections above ground and out of wet snow. Also use a timer so they turn on and off automatically.
Yeah, you don't want to get a shock.
No, you don't want to get electrocuted. Just be smart. It's cold outside now, most people are wearing gloves all the time. So just, if you're about to plug something in and it's wet, or the other end of it is sitting in a puddle of water, probably don't plug it in.
Don't plug it in.
Don't plug it in. Just make sure it's dry, safe.
And then plug it in.
And then plug it in.
All right, here's a good one. Watch that children and pets don't put electrical decorations or cords in their mouths. Here.
Yep.
Don't eat anything.
Yeah, don't let your kids eat anything.
Yeah.
Don't let your pets eat anything. I know my dog loves to chew on the Christmas tree decorations.
Oh, goodness.
Stay in the kitchen when you're cooking. Once your holiday meal is ready, check that the stove and oven are turned off and other kitchen appliances are unplugged when leaving the kitchen. So this actually is crazy because I know people cook all year long, but within the last week at my house, our stove has been left on 2 days. Yeah, like a hot plate thing on the top of it has just
Very
been left
scary.
on. Yeah. So especially in, like, I know in the winter a lot of people are in the kitchen more because you're cooking bigger meals. Maybe not this year, but usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be smart. Turn your stove off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double check.
Yeah,
Triple
double check, triple check. If your husband was in the kitchen, maybe check.
Yeah. All right, we're almost done. Turn off indoor holiday lights and decorations when you leave the house or go to bed. So again, it's like the previous one. Just make sure everything's turned off.
Yep.
Nothing will catch fire. Safe. Good to go. Go to bed.
Yep. Holiday decorations aren't designed for year-round use and can deteriorate over time. Take them down when the holiday is over. You do not want to be that neighbor who in February people are like, hey, do you see how so-and-so still has reindeers in their front yard?
Yep.
Just take them down.
Yep.
Like, for a number of reasons, but also for your safety. Just take down your decorations. They're not meant for full year use.
All right, so now Joe is going to talk about
Christmas tree safety.
That's right. So we will pass you over to her.
Alright, hi guys. I'm going to talk to you guys about a real Christmas tree and what you should look for when you go and get one. So this is a fake Christmas tree, but we're going to pretend it's real. If you're shopping for a real Christmas tree, you should make sure that the needles on the tree are green and bendable. So if they break off, then you already know that that tree is dried out, and you should probably stay away from that one because it's a fire hazard when they dry out. So once you get your real Christmas tree home, you should make sure that you're watering it. So Christmas trees can use up to a gallon of water a day, which is surprisingly a lot for me. I think that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of water, but they do need it. Once they dry out, it becomes a fire hazard. You got lights on your tree. That's really not good to be mixing that with a dry Christmas tree. The other thing is that you should keep Christmas trees out of the way of doorways. You should keep it away from vents, and you should keep it away from fireplaces and candles. These are all recommendations for in case you have a fire, or you wouldn't want a dry Christmas tree around a fireplace as well. Alright, you also want to keep in mind that you should be trimming the bottom of your tree when you get it home, so then it can absorb the water that you are going to feed it. And then the last point is when it's time to dispose of the tree, you can either take it to the dump, and also some communities have tree drop-off places come the end of December, so after Christmas, and early January. So you can get rid of your tree at that point. And it's always best to get rid of your tree as soon as it dries out. You don't want to be keeping a dried out tree. You can always buy another.
Alright, thank you guys for listening. We hope that you have a safe Christmas and a fun time putting up all your decorations.
That's right. Have fun.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.